Welcome back to LFC Transfer Hub, your ultimate home for all things Liverpool. Today we've got huge transfer drama and breaking news. Liverpool wants to close the signing of Salah's successor, now, as Reds identify, ideal candidate. Liverpool hope to beat Man United to the signature of £60 million rated Premier League wonderkid. Real Madrid swoop in for €45 million winger after Liverpool decided against dream signing. Liverpool owners FSG set for £665 million windfall with next deal after record transfer spend. Let's dive in, Reds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with every twist and turn in the transfer window. Liverpool wants to seal a move for Lyon winger Malik Fofana as soon as possible as they eye a successor for Mohamed Salah, according to reports. Salah has been the subject of interest from Saudi Arabia in recent years, with strong rumors he was going to move there before he signed a new deal towards the end of last season. There is a feeling that Salah will leave for the Middle East in the next couple of years, once he has given all he can at the top level of the game. Former Reading and Crystal Palace attacker Michael Ollis has been linked as a potential heir to Salah's throne at Liverpool should he leave Anfield in the next year or two. It was claimed last week that early noises suggested that Bayern Munich's Ollis could be right at the top of their shopping list as they look for Salah's successor. And now Lyon's Fofana could be an alternative option, with Liverpool considering a move for Fofana last month before the transfer window shut. There were many clubs looking to sign the Belgium international over the summer months, but Belgian journalist Sacha Tavolieri reported at the end of August that Fofana had decided to stay at Lyon. Tavolieri wrote on X, "Malik Fofana has decided to stay at Olympique Lyonnais." The Belgian didn't find the club that truly matches his ambitions this summer and prefers to wait for the next transfer windows to find the best project. On his decision to stay, Fofana told reporters, "There was interest from those two clubs, Liverpool and Chelsea, but ultimately it wasn't concrete enough. I've thought about a transfer, but I think it's more important now that I play a lot, and that has to happen at Lyon because I still have progress to make. Of course, I have dreams of starting at the World Cup next summer, but I realize I still have a lot to prove. I've already made progress. I'm now more decisive and more involved in the game." Liverpool hope to beat Man United to the signature of £60 million rated Premier League wonderkid. Liverpool are the latest club to enter the race to sign highly coveted Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Wharton, according to reports. The 21-year-old has also caught the attention of a number of top clubs after a series of stellar displays in the top flight for the Eagles. In the last 12 months, he's helped Palace win the FA Cup for the first time in the club's history after a 1-0 victory over Manchester City at Wembley Stadium, while he also helped Oliver Glasner's side secure 53 points last season, their highest in Premier League history. Wharton came through the academy at Blackburn Rovers and quickly established himself as a regular fixture at Championship level at a very young age. He signed for Crystal Palace in January 2024 for a reported £18 million with £4 million in performance-related add-ons, and over the last 18 months has seen his price tag rise rapidly, particularly after his inclusion in the England squad for Euro 2024. Liverpool joined the race to land Adam Wharton. Team Talk claimed that champions Liverpool are the latest club to join the race to sign Adam Wharton in January. The outlet understands the Reds are willing to compete with the likes of Manchester United, Newcastle United, and Chelsea to sign the former Blackburn Rovers man as they aim to enhance their midfield options. However, Palace are determined to retain the youngster's services, holding firm on their valuation of the player, believed to be around £60 million. Liverpool have never previously bought a player from Crystal Palace but have in the past allowed the likes of Christian Benteke and Mamadou Sakho to leave Anfield for Selhurst Park. The Reds went close to ending that record on deadline day when they agreed a £35 million deal to sign Marc Guéhi, only for the capital side to pull the plug on the transfer in a dramatic U-turn at the 11th hour. The Reds could still return to the table for Guéhi in January, with the defender only having one season remaining on his Palace contract. Why Liverpool are interested in Adam Wharton? Liverpool are understood to be in the market for a defensive midfielder that can add further quality to their engine room. The Reds lined up with Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Spotskley and Ryan Gravenberch in a workman-like midfield last season but have since opted to move for a more attacking-minded player in £115 million midfielder Florian Wirtz. It at times has led to Liverpool being vulnerable on the break in certain matches, despite their 100% win record at the start of the campaign. Adam Wharton could rectify this issue in the middle of the park due to his defensive awareness, composure on the ball and immense ability to dictate the midfield battle and break up opposition attacks. The Reds have lacked this profile since Fabinho's departure to Saudi Arabia and in previous windows failed to land the likes of Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, with both of those choosing a move to Chelsea instead. Wharton is under contract until 2029, leaving Palace in no rush to sell the player and in a strong position in terms of negotiations. Real Madrid swoop in for €45 million winger after Liverpool decided against dream signing. Real Madrid have identified one of Europe's rising stars to replace Rodrigo after Liverpool decided not to sign him following the deal for Alexander Isak, according to a report, but Xabi Alonso and Florentino Perez are unlikely to be successful in their quest to bring him to the Santiago Bernabéu. Rodrigo was one of the most talked-about players in the summer transfer window, with Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur all interested in the Real Madrid winger. The Brazil international eventually decided to stay and fight for his place in Madrid manager Alonso's team. Alonso plans to use Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo on the left flank, with the Real Madrid manager believing that competition will bring the best out of the two Brazil international wingers. Rodrigo is still mindful of his future, with the Brazilian star willing to leave Real Madrid in the January transfer window if he does not get enough playing time. According to Fishages, Madrid have already identified a potential replacement for Rodrigo. Paris Saint-Germain winger Bradley Barcola is the player that Madrid hugely admire and have already expressed interest in bringing him to the Santiago Bernabéu, according to the Spanish news outlet. Barcola was on the wish list of Liverpool in the summer transfer window, with the defending Premier League champions aiming to sign the winger if they failed to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. Trusted journalist Fabrizio Romano reiterated the claim about Liverpool and Barcola this week, having earlier noted that the 23-year-old winger is seen as the dream target internally at the defending Premier League champions. The Times further added that Liverpool manager Arne Slot did not want to sign Malik Fofana from Lyon or Barcola from PSG. Slot was happy with the forward options in his squad, with the Liverpool boss eager to give Rion Gumaha valuable minutes this season. Real Madrid face a fight to sign Bradley Barcola. Madrid have a huge fight on their hands if they are to complete a deal for Barcola, who cost PSG €45 million, £39 million, $52.6 million, in transfer fees when they signed him from Lyon in 2023. According to Fishages, PSG do not want to sell the winger anytime soon and are already working on a new deal to ensure that he stays at the club until the summer of 2030. Barcola himself is happy at PSG and wants to continue to develop and progress at last season's Champions League winners. While the 23-year-old will be aware of the need to continually fight for his place in the team, the France international winger knows that PSG manager Luis Enrique rates him highly. Barcola scored 21 goals and gave 21 assists in 64 appearances for PSG last season, as the Parisian club won Ligue 1 and also became the champions of Europe. The left winger has started the new season strongly, scoring 1 goal and registering 1 assist in 4 matches for PSG. Liverpool owners FSG set for £665 million windfall with next deal after record transfer spend. Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group are said to be in talks over the proposed sale of National Hockey League franchise Pittsburgh Penguins. If it were to go through, it could net the company a sizable profit on their investment. Boston-based FSG came into control of Liverpool when their £300 million takeover went through in 2010. Since, their methodical project has seen success restored to Anfield with 2 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League victory, an expansion of the stadium to a 61,276 capacity, and the club has also moved into a state-of-the-art training facility. That is before mentioning the £446 million investment they have made in the transfer market this summer, allowing Arne Slot and Richard Hughes to build upon last season's title-winning team. This broke the record for an amount spent by a single club in one window, and included two separate British record transfers for Florian Wirtz then Alexander Isak. The Reds are just one of principal owner John W. Henry's many sporting interests and investments, which as of 2021 also included the Pittsburgh Penguins. They acquired the ice hockey team for a reported $900 million, £665 million, 4 years ago. However, it has not been an especially successful adventure for Henry and FSG, for both sporting and financial reasons. Five-time winners of the Stanley Cup, the Penguins have now failed to make the NHL playoffs for 3 successive seasons. FSG also came into the sport at a time where attendance figures are down, reports The Athletic, and when teams typically make almost half of their business from ticket sales. However, this is through no fault of Liverpool's owners. Ice hockey is undergoing a significant rebuilding process which is set to see 2 new teams added to expand the league within the next couple of years. This is set to flood the NHL with hundreds of millions of dollars, considerably enhancing the value of all NHL teams. Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman reported that FSG could easily net around $1.75 billion, £1.3 billion, if they sell the Penguins, almost doubling their £665 million investment in just 4 years. Henry is believed to be considering this possibility now, with suitors already spoken of who could meet the demand. Last month, The Athletic stated the Hoffman family, a Chicago-based group that owns minor professional hockey team Florida Everblades, are in the mix. Discussions are said to be underway, but otherwise FSG are continuing to operate as usual. A more recent version of events, again from The Athletic, revealed that a group that includes the former owner who sold to FSG, Mario Lemieux, alongside Ron Burkle and David Morehouse, are still intrigued by the thought of reclaiming the Penguins. Ultimately, their ability to pull off such a deal has come into question, with the asking price believed to be far beyond their capabilities.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe.